middle and high school students that we have in Turkey. And one of the goals that we have, which we started, is we are issuing tablet computers, iPads, to every student, to 16 million people, the total population of Netherlands. What this is going to do, not only the iPad will be their book and notebook, not only will they be able to follow their school information, classes, the textbooks, and take notes, but there's going to be other important aspect of that. Every tablet computer, every iPad will have free internet, fast free internet, which means if a student wants to explore the library of Harvard University, no matter how remote he is, somewhere in a mountainous village in Turkey, he would be able to have access. If he wants to check the recent developments or arguments or discussions in LSR in Egypt, he would be able to connect. Or if he wants to travel around the different exhibitions of the Metropolitan Museum in New York, he would be able to do that. Or if she wants to find out what the latest discussion in some of the Chinese or Japanese blogs are, he or she would be able to connect and find out. The idea is to have a new generation which is empowered with knowledge, which has a vision, which can take the country to another decade, to another understanding, to another platform. Because we're never satisfied with what we have achieved. There is always better. In a world of competition, in a world of very fast information, we have to adapt to new technologies. And that's what we're trying to achieve. And how does my ministry come into play? What does the EU ministry do? Well, I consider my ministry to be the reform kitchen of Turkey. We use the EU standards as a guideline. We see the EU as a dietitian. We all know, for an individual to lead a healthy life, they have to watch what they eat, refrain from fatty foods, exercise regularly, and be dynamic. But sometimes it's very difficult to do it on your own. Sometimes you seek the need, or you need the help of a dietitian, which gives you a prescription of what to do, what to eat in the morning, what not to eat, what to do, what kind of activities, what kind of exercises to do. And that's what we see the EU acquis, 120,000 pages of rules and regulations which we're trying to implement in Turkey. Today, if people in Libya, in Tunisia, in Egypt see Turkey as a sort of inspiration, and people are saying, well, look at these Turks. They are like us, they have a similar tradition, culture, geography, topography, but yet they have a government and an opposition, they have NGOs, they have labor unions, they have a free market economy. Why can we not have the same? And if people are risking their own lives to bring similar notions, values to their respective countries, what makes Turkey so unique, despite so many similarities, is Turkey is a democracy where will of people matter, but that democracy has been strengthened and shaped by our EU reforms. Therefore, the EU reforms, the EU process, is more important than the end result. I get the question a lot, will Turkey become a member? To be honest, I don't care. But I care about Turkey achieving the EU standards in terms of human rights, in terms of food safety, in terms of hygiene, in terms of having good quality education, good transportation, in terms of people having freedom of expression. Those are what's important. And we see the EU as a guideline. So the reforms are shaped with a guideline. You always have to have a goal. Our goal is to achieve even better standards than the EU. So we follow that guideline. And we are hoping that by 2023, we will have achieved those guidelines, we will have done better than those standards, and Turkey will be among the top 10 economies of the world. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible, because according to OECD, we were the fastest growing OECD member last year, and the previous year, and the previous year. For the last 6 years, we are the fastest growing economy in Europe, among the top fastest growing economies in the world. Europe has a median age of 45. They're getting old, with all due respect to our guests from Europe. But we have a median age of 28. I happen to be 42 years old. I'm the second youngest minister in the government. But 65% of my nation is younger than I am. So that gives us a very bright and hopeful expectation about our own future. A new, well-educated generation is coming over, is taking over, and gentlemen and ladies around me are my hopes to fix the living standards of my own children. I have a 13-year-old boy and an 8-year-old girl, and people whom I'm having this breakfast with will make sure that they take on to even higher standards. But we have to work together. And one of the rules of our party, we have a 3-term limit. We think this is the first time in Turkish history that a party has internal limitations. In the youth branch, once they reach the age of 29, 30, they have to leave. So the branch stays young and dynamic. And in the main structure of the party, one person can be elected to, let's say, parliament or to mayorship only 3 consecutive terms, not a 4th term. For example, I was elected for the first time in 2002, second time in 2007, and the 3rd time in 2011. Which means I cannot run for parliament in 2015, our next election. I could take a 4-year gap and come back in 2019, if there is still demand for me. But that gives me a chance to enjoy my life as well, but also ensures that my party does not become a boring structure. Because people always need new ideas, new faces, new vision. We all ate right now, we're all full, right? And you have the feeling, if you ate a little bit too much like me, you feel like you'll never eat again. But believe me, in 3 hours, you'll all feel hungry. In politics, making sure you present to the nation, to the society, to the people, the right political ideas at the right time. If you give the wrong idea at the wrong time, when people are full, no matter how good your idea is, they will refuse you. But if you have a good idea, which you present at the right time, you will embrace the people around it. So timing is very important. And by this 3-term rule, we're hoping that we're giving a chance to new ideas, new faces, and dynamism. These are the main success stories or the formulas of Akbar. I hope you, each and every one of you, will be even more successful than we were in your respective countries. Because we have a belief in our culture. If your friends, if your neighbor's house is on fire, and if you don't help them put it out, that fire will eventually burn your own home. So we want everyone, every nation, every country to be prosperous, to be democratic, to be happy, to enjoy. And if everyone is prosperous, then we can do a lot together. With those in mind, once again, welcome. I'll be happy to take a few questions if you have any. And thank you for accepting the invitation of my colleagues and coming to our celebration.
We are honored. Thank you for this excellent speech. And I know that some of my friends want to tell you some words, if you let me. Mr. Faisali from Malaysia. Please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I wish to express my heartiest congratulations to the committee and both the Akbati Youth Branch in organizing this program, which I trust will prove profitable to us and society. And